So my character, Sir Lionel Frost, is an adventurer of trying to find mythical creatures. So this is in the early 1900s. The Loch Ness Monster, Sasquatch, these famed, the Fiji mermaid. There was believed to be all these mythical creatures, and these adventurers are the ones to go out and find them. And if you're successful enough, then you can be entered into the Great Adventurers Club of England, which is a very highbrow, very important club. And so Lionel really wants to be accepted by these people. And in order to do so, he believes he needs to make a great discovery. So his whole life is really about trying to get into this club, make a name for himself, and be accepted by society. So he goes off, he gets a letter, and he goes off to find Sasquatch, the missing link. It's really a story about finding your tribe, being yourself, and also about true friendship being more important than the things we chase, like acceptance. He was such great fun to play. I think he's courageous and adventurous, but he's also a little silly, And it was great fun to play because he's so wrapped up in himself and in his quest and having to conquer what he wants in his own ambition. But during the movie, I think he slowly begins to open up through the relationship with Adelina, played by Zoe Saldana, and the relationship with Mr. Link. He actually creates a real friendship and an understanding of who he is. But the whole character I found tremendous fun. When they meet, Lionel assumes this is a big mythical monster and he might have to wrestle him or, somehow sort of bring him down, but he's a very soft and gentle, mysterious creature who is lonely and kind and wants to become friends. And so gradually, as they go on, they're very much the odd couple, incredibly different people, and they have different aims. Although as they go along on their adventurous journey and Adelina comes to join them, the three of them, they actually start to become friends and they realize they all really want the same thing, which is meaningful friendships and the kind of stuff in life that lasts. Mr. Link is just so innocent. So Mr. Link he's funny. Zach is hilarious. He's very funny, but he's very innocent and very guileless. So he actually doesn't know a lot about, he's about humanity or humans. He's learned to write, he's learned to speak, and he's very curious and he's very open, and he's not a monster really at all. He doesn't really know how to fight or anything. And so gradually as he goes on, you just fall in love with him instantly, and that never stops. And he's also there's a sadness to him because he's been on his own for his entire life. So I think we can all relate to that, trying to find your tribe and find where you feel loved. Adelina, played by Zoe Saldana, is the wife of a friend/competitor, adventurous competitor of the past. And also they'd had some kind of, Sir Lionel thinks they'd had some kind of interaction or fling in the past. They've known each other, but they didn't know each other very well. And I want something from her, and she doesn't trust my character at all because knows that he's just in it for himself. When they meet together, she knows that I'm up to something. And so eventually she decides to come on the trip because she loves adventure herself. She's a very independent woman who is not going to be sort of cajoled or, manipulated in any way. And so they go off on this journey together, and then they actually really kind of develop an affection and a real friendship because they're honest with each other, by the end. He was a man who was very much about what's on the outside, the presentation. I want to be seen as an important man. I want to be accepted in society. The way he dressed, the way he carried his head. It was like I'm putting on a front here, right? I want you to believe I'm a certain person. And it wasn't exactly who he is, So seeing him and seeing their design for him really helped me. Well, the movie is funny. So it's fun and funny. And I think it's very heartwarming because ultimately it's about finding your family, finding true friendship, finding the things that really matter in life, rather than filling our time with things that we think are going to make people accept us, love us, like us, respect us, but actually just really doing the things we love and being with people we love. And it's in that way, the message of the movie, I think, is very heartwarming and relates to everybody. And so these guys make movies that, first of all, the artistry is incredible. But this movie, like there are others, like KUBO and the Two Strings, are things that adults can watch, kids can watch. You can watch together and everybody gets something out of it. I think my favorite moments in the movie are the interactions between my character and Mr. Link. I think that odd couple relationship is funny. I love Zach's performance, and I just love seeing these two characters gradually start to get to know each other and understand each other and develop a friendship, and it's funny, and I enjoy that. And I also do love the fight scenes. And it's particularly nice being in a movie where you're involved with the fight scenes but you don't have to do the fighting. When I toured the Leica studio, I was just amazed at, first of all, the size of it, the amount of people involved, the amount of time it takes just to make one frame, 24 frames a second of an entire movie, the years it takes, and just the level of artistry. I had no idea how big the sets were, how involved or how intricate they were. So it's a mixture of just the size of the operation, the hours they put in, but just the people. If you're going to spend 3-4 years, 7 days a week, 14 hours a day, making a film in a dark sort of space, you have to love it, and they all love it.